Hello beautiful souls, it's Karen at Soul99, and today I'm doing a reading, more truth of it, divine feminine versus divine masculine. So we're going to look into reasons why the masculine and feminine may have ghosted each other, what they're going through right now, what their feelings are for each other right now, and what their outcome might be moving forward. So we're going to go backwards and forwards between the masculine and the feminine energies. So we start with the masculine. So this is my deck by my friend Rachel at Angelic Revelation 144. I just got spooked why I ghosted. So let's look at the masculine energies. So we've got get off the crazy train. So he may have felt overwhelmed by this connection, okay? He may have felt, very strange. Maybe he kept feeling the feminine's energy. He couldn't get her off his mind. She was constantly in his thoughts. And he was very distracted by her. And he felt he was going a bit crazy. Recharge in nature. So yeah, maybe he's been spending time out in nature. Maybe this has been very healing for him. He may possibly have had other issues that he was trying to work on as well. So, I feel he's done some healing work. Heart guarded. Yes, a lot of people, when they come out of a relationship that's not worked out, they do close off their heart. And I do feel the masculine very much has his heart closed off. He was very guarded. He basically didn't feel he wanted to love or let anyone else in or feel love, because it creates, when it goes wrong, it creates a big heartache, a big heartbreak, and he didn't want to put himself through that again. We've got racial challenges. Maybe you'd come from different backgrounds, countries, ethnicities, religions, and this put added pressure on him. He felt people maybe in his community would not accept you. Sneaking away. He may have snuck away from you. He may have just faded away, slowed down on the connection, just gradually stopped communicating. And then you realise that he was no longer around, or he may have blocked you, as I say, ghosted you. This is the whole thing. Because he just didn't have the guts to tell you what was going on with him. Healing, yeah, definitely he needed a time for healing. And when we're going through that healing, we very often need to be on our own, in our own energy to do this healing work. So this is important that the healing work is done. Consumed by darkness. Yeah, he could have been going through dark nights of soul quite recently. Could have been dealing with karma, past negative behaviours, addictions, things like that. Okay, so let's look at the feminine energies. So why may she have ghosted her masculine? So maybe she was seeking solace. Maybe she wasn't getting any affection or attention from a masculine. So she just sought it elsewhere for some of you. She may have felt that she couldn't be her authentic self. She wasn't being her authentic self, so she was like wearing a mask. She couldn't be her true self or show her true emotions with this masculine. Yeah, she's done some self-reflecting. She's been doing mirror work, possibly. She's been going within. She needed to focus on herself and on her own energy at this time. Yeah, sometimes she feels that she's got a long way to go with healing past problems, addictions, behaviours, connections with other people. She's still working on these issues. She needs that time and space to be alone to work on these issues. Yeah, she didn't feel in balance. She didn't feel the connection was in balance. She felt that she was giving, and the masculine was taking. There was no give and receiving. So she withdrew from that energy. Yeah, tug of war. Maybe for some of you there was a third party situation on your side or their side, and you didn't want to be part of that anymore, so you took yourself out of that. Psychic, you know too much. So you could have felt that the masculine was very good at reading your energy as well. And again, you felt, this continual bombardment with energy from your masculine, and you needed to detach from that energy. Okay, so where's the masculine at right now? So we've got death here. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. So yes, an ending of a situation is just before a beginning of a new situation. So, and he may have had a bereavement as well in his family, and he's coming to terms with that right now. It's a healing process and it takes time. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So he may have had fear about this connection and where it could lead him, and he was in denial maybe over his feelings, but he's gaining that insight right now. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So he's working on that self-love for himself, because once he does that, he'll be more open-hearted and be able to accept the love of another. So he's working on this self-love and opening up his heart again. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harbouring resentment blocks the flow of love. So he may have been unforgiving of previous people and situations in his life and himself. He may have been very hard on himself. So he's working on this forgiveness, working on forgiving himself and other people that have hurt him in the past. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So he's working on balancing between his emotions and his logic, between his feminine and masculine, the dark and light energies, the yin, the yang, whatever you want to call it. So he's working on restoring that balance within himself right now. So what about the feminine? Adversity. Accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So there's been a lot of challenges for the feminine in this connection and in her life in general, and she's trying to overcome these, and she knows that they're all lessons. She's accepting. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. So she's in the state of acceptance of where this connection is at right now. She's just accepting the way things are and trusting in the divine and in, going with the flow of life. Yeah, she's surrendering. I can release my need to control. She's not trying to control anything anymore. She's not trying to control her masculine. She's not trying to control what happens in this connection. She's surrendered. She's released control to the universe right now. Trust. I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So she's trusting in her intuition right now and our higher self. She's having that self-trust. Success. I know there is no greater goal than to love. So she feels that she's doing this work on herself. She's working on this self-love. She has this self-love now for herself, and she knows that she needs to open her heart to give and receive love, and that is for her the ultimate goal. She wants to give and receive love in a true partnership. Service. I feel good when I can help others. So many feminines are in service right now, helping others in the community, because focusing on other people can really help with your self-esteem, your self-love, and building up your confidence in yourself. So how does the masculine see his feminine right now? He felt that the feminine was wearing a mask in this connection, but he knows that he was wearing a mask as well. So you were both mirroring that back to each other. He felt in some way that the feminine was selling out herself, because he knew that he wasn't giving the way she was giving in the connection, and he feels bad about that. And he's aware now of what happened, that he wasn't giving anything and she was giving too much. He sees the pattern of cycles in this connection. He sees that things are going round and round in this connection, and he's aware that, they have time apart and time together. He does see the feminine as his soulmate. He does feel this soul connection. Even if he's not admitted it to the feminine, he does feel this soulmate connection. And without her, he feels a gap, he feels that loss of her. He feels a hole in the soul. He feels that loss of her not being in his life or around at this time. So how does the feminine see the masculine? This is my new deck, L'Homme Divine Masculine. So she may see him as quite a wise person. He's gained a lot of knowledge through life experiences and lessons. He was a very good lover. She enjoyed that sensual, sexual side of life with him very much. She sees him as an adventurer, someone who's up for trying new experiences and going to new places. She sees him as a practical man. He's very good with his hands. Take that as you want. But he's very capable, you know, very handy to have around. He could be very artistic, you know, he could be tapped into his sacral chakra, someone who's very creative, paints, draws, writes, composes songs, very artistic. He could also be quite musical and likes entertaining people by playing guitar or singing in some way, or writing songs. So how does the masculine see this connection? So he wants the feminine to trust in him, to have faith in him right now. He does feel that this is true love connection and it's the romance of a lifetime. He wants the feminine to stay optimistic about the love life, to bring in that positive thinking, to manifest each other back into your lives. Again, he's calling in his soulmate. He's praying, he's doing affirmations and visualizations to bring you back together in this connection. So what about the feminine? Yeah, she wants to make the effort. She knows that this is a great love and she wants to make the effort. But as I say, at the moment, she's just going with the flow. She's not trying to control the situation. She knows she needs to free herself from this connection because, you know, what is meant for you will come back into your life. She felt stuck for a long time, but they are still connected energetically. There is really strong chemistry and magnetic pull back to each other all the time. That's why they're backwards and forwards in each other's lives. This came up in my other reading today. She wants time to spend with a masculine on their own, just being on their own together somewhere quiet and just to reconnect. Okay, what about the masculine? Where's he at right now? So he's been doing a lot of inner work. He's building up his self-esteem right now. His feelings are very deep for the feminine, and that's why he kept disappearing. He couldn't handle it. He may reach out by text message or phone call. We've got 8 here. Okay, so that could be 8 days from now. Okay. He felt the amazing sexual chemistry between you. You know, he'd not felt anything like that before. And making love to you was paradise for him. So where's the feminine at right now? So she may be dealing with her emotional, mental or physical issues, trying natural remedies at this time to rebalance her emotions. She's doing the mirror work as well. She's working on that self-love. She's living in the moment. She's finding the joy in her daily life and in other people right now. Her focus is on where she finds the joy for herself. If she's had anger issues, she's been expressing that. She needs to let those feelings out right now. She would like to have an open discussion with the masculine moving forward and share, you know, an honest conversation. And yeah, it's about giving each other that space and compassion and time to clear the air between you. She feels there needs to be a conversation between them moving forward. So how does the masculine see this moving forward? Again, we've got I want to commit. So he definitely wants to commit moving forward. This is for some of you. Obviously, this is a general reading. There could be a proposal coming up, an engagement coming up for some of you. Yeah, because, you know, in the past he's blocked, he's ghosted you, there's been no contact. And for some of you, this is still no contact going on. So it doesn't make any sense, does it, that he wants a commitment? But that's the energies here. Some of you could be going away for a weekend away, which mirrors the retreat card, to go away and have that time together, lots of sexy fun times. And for the masculine, it feels like first love. Maybe he never felt a love like this before. And he wants to watch the sun come up. He wants to get closer to his feminine, to really share their souls. So what about the feminine? So she wants the masculine to tell her all his secrets, and she wants to share hers. She wants to have more passionate nights with him. It feels like new love to her as well. And when she spent time with him, he's made her happy. And she's never felt like this before about anyone else. She finds him so sexy. And she wants to do regular dating with him, you know, have a proper relationship moving forward. So what does the masculine want to say to his feminine? Passionate love making, it wasn't just sex. I did everything with deep feeling, wanting us to connect. I know I never told you this, but I do have deep feelings. I fucking love you. Although we had not had many deep chats, I feel that you get me just like that. I've dated other women, but they are not like you. They are dull and boring. I want us to. When we met, I didn't realise I would fall so hard so fast. That's why I ran. I couldn't breathe. I didn't feel in control. I felt like I was not able to see straight. That's why I ran. So what about the feminine? I want to tell you how I feel, but I'm scared how you react, so I keep it inside. The thought of you and me, the times we've shared, I miss the way you made me feel as I was laying in your arms, even if it wasn't real. My soul knows your soul from so long ago. It's like we have met somewhere in time. This connection is never ending. Love hurts. It's hard to keep it to myself. My feelings for you, I don't know if you know. At night, I wish you were here with me, laying by my side. I want to be close to you, if only for one night. So lots of passionate feelings between them here, even if there's no communication right now. So some messages, final messages from the masculine to the feminine. I don't want to keep secrets from my divine partner. I choose to be an open book. I step up and take initiative with my divine partner, and I take the lead in love, sex and new adventures to keep the passion and romance alive. I love myself and know I'm worthy of true love, and I will not take rejection from my divine partner personally. I know they are facing challenges and will continue to work on myself and hope one day they can see what I have seen in them all along. I respect my divine partner's boundaries and I exercise my right to set healthy boundaries. So what about the feminine? I practice forgiveness of my divine partner on a daily basis. I believe in the pureness of their heart and soul. The divine sees all, I do not need to judge. Trust that any wrongs will be made right and hope my partner can always see the light in me. Ride or die for eternity. I am always loyal to my divine partner. United we stand until the end of time. No obstacle is too large for us to tackle together. We can successfully overcome any challenges. My divine partner and I are a team. If we disagree, we will look for a way to problem solve together without judgment or blame. Teamwork makes the dream work. My divine partner is a catch, and so am I. We are both blessed to have each other and should give thanks daily for the gift that gives on giving. So that's beautiful messages. So now we're going to get some final messages from the divine, and then we're going to get some timing messages. So let's get some guidance for the divine masculine. Some guidance for the divine masculine, please. Solitude. So now he needs to be alone, to do his healing work right now. He feels his feminine is his lost love. She's part of his soul family. And he wants that sacred union of two souls and a new beginning in love with her. So that's beautiful. So let's get some other messages for the feminine. Let's see what's up with the feminine. Some messages for the feminine, please. Yeah, the feminine wants happy times again with her masculine. She feels it's the love of a lifetime. There could be some fear here though. And there could have been an abrupt ending. But she's getting rest right now. And she wants her wishes fulfilled moving forward. And a balanced partnership. Okay, so that's beautiful. So let's get some time in. So let's see what could happen next in this connection. Obviously this is a general reading and, you know, it's going to be different for all of you. So I'll get several scenarios and just take what resonates for you moving forward. But obviously this is just general. Okay. So what might happen in the future for this connection? So some of you may have met at work, got May, moving together, meet my friends, a weekend getaway, that came up in one of the decks in the piles, breakfast at my place, summer, and October, which we're in now, aren't we? I do think the blue moon at Halloween is going to be significant for some of these connections in some way. Okay, so that's your messages. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next video. Many blessings. Take care.